our lists are pretty much the same. The one guy that I fell in love with, that I fawned over, was Keanu Benton out of Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. And what really triggered me to him, one, the size. I mean, 6'4", 315 pounds. But then I also found out he's a former wrestler, and that's one of the things that I liked about Malcolm. I feel like when you watch these guys, I mean, the aggressiveness is there. They're attacking, and the defensive line, I feel like that's something you need. Am I tripping a little bit, or is there something to falling over there in Keanu Benton?
No, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. I really like him as a third round pick. I think he kind of fits that mold. It wouldn't surprise me if he ended up being a top 50 pick just through the draft process once teams get to kind of see him up close and personal and they realize what they can do with him, because there's so much potential with him. He's got great power, great size at 6'4", 315. I think he's definitely lacked the production as a pass rusher, which might scare some people, but Derek Brown kind of was the same way when he was coming out of Auburn. He was a top 10 pick out of for Carolina. So I think it's very possible with Benton, and I'm not saying he's Derek Brown because they're definitely different types of players, but you can find value there, and you're hoping that a Keanu Benton is kind of like a Kenny Clark 2.0, if you will. He went, obviously, Kenny Clark was, I think, far and away better coming out of college than Benton, and he was a first-round pick, and rightfully so. But at the same time, you take one of these guys, and they could very well mold into a really solid player. And for Detroit to potentially get an interior defensive lineman to pair with a Lee McNeil, I would love that. And I think it's a great landing spot if he ends up coming here. And I love the thought of Jalen Carter in the first round. I love Brescia in the first round as well. But I'm not going to force my hand when I know I can get potentially Ika or Benton here in the late second or early stages of the third round.